Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be reviewing this, the Hornby LNER Class J36. Very quickly, before I look at the model, I'll show you guys the box. Just comes in Hornby standard packaging. Down the back, you can see this is a 2F. Here's a brief history on the locomotive, if you want to take a look at that. And here are the drawings for the model, and they are dated 2017. I'm not going to bore you guys this time by showing you the instructions, because I don't really know that is necessary. Anyways, here's the model itself, and it is a very lovely and well-detailed model. The model is also made out of almost entirely die-cast. Don't know how well you can hear that, but this boiler's metal, the running plate is metal, the sides of the cab are made of metal. I don't know if the front is, it may actually be. Let me see. Yeah, it's cold to the touch, so that's metal as well. Chassis is metal, smoke box is metal, basically everything you can see on here is made of metal, which is fantastic. I think it has more metal than any other locomotive I own. Like, I have, a lot of my locomotives have die-cast running plates, and then the Jones Goods, for example, has a die-cast boiler. The J52 I have has a die-cast tanks and running plate and such. And I have the T3, which is almost all die-cast, but the rear splashers and cab sides are made of plastic, so I'd argue this is the loco I own, where the most of it is made of die-cast, which is pretty cool. Anyways, let's start looking at the detail here. I'll start with livery, which, as you can see, it's in the LNER line black, and in my opinion, it looks absolutely gorgeous in this livery. There is double boiler banding across the boiler here, which looks fantastic, and single banding around the cab, splashers, and running plate, and along the sides of the tender. The print works pretty good. There's these plates here. There's no etched ones available, but it looks okay. And there's one on the splasher too, but they're too small to really see anyway, so it doesn't matter. In terms of detail, if we start at the front here, you can see there are lamp irons. There would have been a smoke box dart, but I bought this model second-handed, and I'm guessing the previous owner broke it off. It's not a huge deal. It looks a little weird without it, but I'm not going to complain too much. And as you can see, it does have sprung buffers. It's probably easier if I just do that with my finger. Pretty cool. As you can see as well, there is a snowplow, which is the first time I've had this on a model. This came in the detail pack. It wasn't pre-fitted. And I don't model in winter. I don't model in autumn, but like, I think this is just super cool and it looks super neat with it, so I've just fitted it anyways. It's just fitted to the NEM pocket in place of attention lock coupling, so I can't pull trains backwards with this, but you have to make sacrifices. It looks super cool with the snowplow. Along the sides, you've got the separately fitted valve here. You've got, I'm guessing, the reversing rod here. I'm not entirely sure. Handrails, pipework, and then on this side, you've got a really complex looking Westinghouse pump with all sorts of separate pipework going to it. And on the cab sides, you've got the separately fitted handrails. These ones are just made of plastic. These are wire. I do wish they were metal, but you know, you can't have everything. Between the frames, you can see there's some detailed valve gear, and then you've got the brake blocks. Mine didn't come with the brake rigging because I bought it secondhand and the previous owner hadn't included it. If you buy one new, though, it comes with brake rigging. I would have fitted it if I had it. As you can see, the wheels look pretty fine. The centers are molded in, and the coupling rods also look very good. On top, you can see you've got metal separately fitted safety valves. I mean, what isn't metal on this? You've got all sorts of little bits of pipework go on here at the top. I don't know how well you can see that. And you've got a separately fitted whistle. Whistle's just made of plastic, but it is a very small part, so that's understandable. Flipping this around to the other side, there's similar detail. You've got another reversing rod or something there. A little bit of something there. I don't know what it is. Valves, handrails. Same as the other side, just you don't have all the equipment for the Westinghouse pump. Rotating around to the back, I will try and get a good look in the cab. It's a little hard to do that. The tender's a bit in the way, but as you can see, it's a pretty good cab. There's lots of separately fitted parts. Don't know whether you can see this. I don't think I can get a good picture of this, but there is no print work on the gauges, but that's fine. It's open in the back, but it's like the back head's a long way in. It's a fairly big cab, and if you look through the doors, you can see like the reverse lever and stuff like that. So it's a well detailed cab. If you look in the window, you can see lots of detail, so it's everything it needs to be. Coming across to the tender, you can see that there is a coal guard along the top. There are handrails right here. You've got the cab doors pre-fitted. You've got the LNER lettering and number 722, which looks great. And then lining around the tender frame, which I always think looks really good. I love the lined tender frame on this. You've got the steps lined as well. Flipping to the back, you've got a separately fitted handrail right there. You've got more lamp irons across the back as well, and then you have more sprung buffers, which is pretty cool. You've got the tension lock coupling pre-fitted to the back, and there is an extra coupling that came in the box of this loco if you'd rather fit the coupling than the snowplow, but I chose to put the snowplow on. So as you can see, this is a very well detailed model, and it's also very high quality. As I said, it's made out of almost all die-cast. Tender's plastic, of course, because you don't really want extra weight in the tender, because that should reduce what the loco can pull. But yeah, with that, pulling power is great on this loco, so let's get it down on the track, and I will show you it running. As you can see down on the track, this loco does an absolutely outstanding crawl. It's got to be one of the best that I've ever seen. It is extremely smooth at both low speeds and higher speeds. And just to prove that, here's the loco running at a slightly higher speed. I'll go a little faster than this in a minute. And now here the loco is running at full speed. Here is the loco pulling 4 Bachmann Mark I coaches. This seems to be about the maximum load for the locomotive, which for the size I'd say is about just right, especially considering British Railway only classified this locomotive as a 2F. If you hook it up to some lighter freight cars, though, it can pull a lot more. As you can see, it's having absolutely no trouble at all hauling this freight train. Nor does it struggle to pull this freight train. Enjoy this little running session for the next few minutes, as I'm going to hook the loco up to various different trains and have it pull them. As you can see, the loco runs very well on analog, pulling a train and operating at slow speed. So now I'm going to fit the model with a DCC decoder and test it out on DCC. To chip the loco, I first popped it into my servicing cradle. Then I undid the two small screws at both sides of the drawbar to release the body of the tender, and then I fitted the loco with an 8-pin Hornby decoder to test it out. I also removed the body to have a look at the drivetrain, and as you can see, it's driven by a 5-pole motor that has twin flywheels, and it is connected to the rear axle. Down on the track, you can see that on DCC, this loco still runs very well. If anything, I'd argue it's even better on analog. To be fair though, the Hornby decoders are very good. It really is one of the smoothest locomotives I own. I couldn't be happier with the performance of this model. And as you can see, it continues to run smoothly at higher speeds. And here it is running at speed on DCC. Overall then, what are my opinions on the Hornby J36. Overall, I'm extremely happy with this model. I've wanted one of these locomotives ever since I found out they were being made, and I missed out on the initial run of them, and it's hard for me to get Hornby products since I live in Canada and Hornby's stopped distributing Canadian suppliers. I was, however, though, able to find this one on eBay. It was in the UK, but the shipping was surprisingly reasonable, and it was going for a very good price overall, so I was able to pick it up. This loco is easily one of the best runners I own, so in terms of performance, I'm more than happy with it, and it's very well detailed. The only things it's really missing are a firebox flicker and a few other more modern features like pre-fitted speakers, but I really don't need that in my models, as I wasn't intending on putting this on DCC sound anytime soon, as I just plopped a normal DCC decoder in it. And should I fit it with sound anyway, I'd probably fit it with a Hornby TXS sound decoder, and since those decoders come with pre-fitted speakers, that wouldn't be a big deal anyways. Thank you for watching this video. I have plenty of other videos in the works, so stay tuned to my channel. In the meantime though, thank you for watching. I'll have a few new videos out soon hopefully, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye guys.